Hi everyone. The presentation is in Romanian, but I will try to adapt to the whole crowd just to speak a bit for everyone. I'm not even gonna ask who heard about AI or not. You can raise your hand, I won't look if you haven't heard about AI. Good. You probably heard a lot of presentations, what is a large language model, how do you put prompts, what is the technicalities of AI, but how many of you, and please raise your hand, heard the question, will AI replace me? Yeah. I'm also in that pool. So I said, okay, I have no knowledge what is AI. Let's see what is this AI and can it replace me? And I found ChatGPT and I said, okay, this is AI, that should be it, right? Yeah, I pretty fast discovered that that's not AI, and AI is a really big pool of different things. So I said, okay, let's test a few of these and test them just how I work. So basic elements of what I do every day, like interacting with the team, with clients, transmitting information from one side to another as a business analyst or proxy product owner. Also, in addition to that, speaking with every stakeholder. And here you have a lot of interaction, like looking in the eye of the person who you're talking with, feeling what they're saying. And of course, as a business analyst, I like to say that I should be the person who helps the client put its business in motion. Basically, offer solutions and come up with different ideas on how this can be done. Okay, so that being said, I quickly realized that we have two types of work. Shallow work, which can be our regular tasks, they're boring, they can take a lot of time and so on. And we have profound work, which involves basically our creativity. And this is the most valuable work that we do in our workplace. But as a part of how much we do each, studies say that we usually do 80% shallow work in a day and 20% creative work. So yeah, shallow work can be done simply but with an AI, because it's really AI friendly, it's repetitive and everything. But the other one requires human touch. At the moment, I believe that AI does not work well with creativity. So in order to find out if AI can replace us, first I tried to see what it cannot do, because you can't really find what it can do if you don't know the not. And I quickly discovered that it cannot keep a meeting without me. And yeah, you may say that it can read a transcript, but have you ever watched the transcript with a client who is, say, French, and the English transcript is just not useful? Okay, questions and different topics that regard questions. It cannot put questions. You have to put questions to the AI in order to get a response. So that's another minus that it cannot do. And also, you never know that the response you get, where is it from? Have you ever played with ChatGPT? Probably you have. Did it say that this response was from the article published by? No, it didn't. So even though if you're using it, be always aware that you may be in copyright problems. And yeah, this is what is deep work. Now, what it can do, because obviously if it cannot do something, it can do other things. And I mainly invested time on discovering three main areas. First, let's say you are in a meeting online, and let's say you are in an all hands, and a topic comes up and you don't know what it is. You can simply ask, what does this mean? And it can give you a really fast answer, and it's a really basic topic. Next is generating user templates and user stories. Now, I know that this is more specific to the work I do, but it can also help a developer if a story is well constructed, right? And apart from that is writing code or even playing with Excel. And just to go into details a bit with these three cases, you always have a starting point, as I said, with all hands. And you always get an unknown element, let's say a beta. Does anyone know what a beta stands for? We have a few, okay. Well, you can simply ask, hey, ChatGPT, what is a beta? And it will spit out pretty fast that it's from earning before interest, tax, and amortization. Now, if you really want to understand what that is, you can read more. But if you generally understand the term, you're good. So this is what I call learning on the go. Second case is a bit more tricky because it's about writing user templates and user stories. What I generally found out here is that you really need to know where you're starting from and where you need to end up. Because once you start using the prompts and asking questions, it will try to manipulate you and go the ways it wants. You really need to hold your line, have a line of questioning, and always put the questions that really answer your main goal. When you have every answer, and for example, it will give you 5 examples on how to do a login procedure. That's the moment when you need to decide, is any of those 5 relevant to what I need? For example, password requirements, right? It has to contain letters, it has to contain numerical, it has to be big, small, whatever. It can give you 20, 50, as many requirements as you need, but you have to decide what is useful. So basically, even though it makes your work really fast, it still needs your touch in selecting what the final result is. And I think this was one of my favorite examples. I had a really large Excel to analyze. It was with columns A, B, C, so it has a lot of columns, and I think it had 75,000 rows. So large pool of data. And I knew that I had to get some results on how many people are working at Bosch, for example. Now, I could have written the formula by myself because I know how to use it, but that's the main concept. I know how to use Excel and I know how to write formulas. Same with coding. You have to know how to write it. Because then I just got it and I said, okay, GPT, I need a formula that extracts the data that I need from column AB and all the lines that contain the specific data. And it spit out a formula that I think was 3 rows long because it had multiple sheets and multiple everything. I could have written that, but it would have taken me at least half an hour just to type that in. Guess what? The formula was wrong because it contained comma and not comma with a point. And Excel obviously said it's an error and you can't use this. But I quickly realized that was an error and I just told the GPT that please replace the comma with a comma and a dot. It was simple. It was a few seconds. Now, don't expect that such kind of work will get a 3-day job done in 5 minutes. No, you need to construct your idea and you need to know your goal. It will take you, let's say, 1.5 days, not 3. But it's still a really good solution for this. So, AI or us? Who has the future? As I said, the way we interact with each other, any AI cannot replace that for the moment. And I believe for the future and medium periods that are coming. AI can do a lot of tasks faster than us, and it can be more precise than us. So yeah, that's a really big hitting point for us. Also, it has a lot of risks. As I read, copyright, the information is not always correct, so it kind of needs our human touch. So basically, will it replace us? Yes. And no. Oh, it ended. It should have contained more. I don't know what happened. It will replace us and no, because at the moment, simple AI cannot replace us. There's no way how, because we need to control it and we need to feed the information that it needs in order to answer us. But someone who knows how to use one, two, or multiple AI tools and is an expert in his domain, let's say a BA who knows how to use multiple AI tools, a developer who knows a lot of AI tools, will definitely replace us. And I don't consider this to be a threat. I think this is evolution. So currently, I am learning to use multiple AI tools. What about you? Thank you very much. If you have questions, feel free.
Thank you, Laszlo. If you have a question.
You mentioned in the article at some point that you used your experience in order to validate and in order what to question the AI. The question is, for the young people that are using the AI, do you think that they will build the same experience as we have, because learning means emotions and thinking, or they just take the solutions and just integrate them fast and forget about them?
So, experience, I don't mean working in the domain for 10 years, 15 years. I mainly refer to as, what do you feel that it should be right? Like, how do you consider a data? Do you want to be foolish and accept everything that the AI gives you? Then, yeah, that's on you. But if you start questioning, and in everything that we do, we should start questioning at some level. Do you want to question the code that the AI gave you? Then, yeah, you'll probably start reading a few lines, and you see, oh, you made a mistake here, that this won't work for me. Basically, what you need to do by experience is to start thinking, will this help me or not? If you just copy-paste the full answer, then you're doomed. Someone who knows how to use a tool will replace you instantly. Because you'll probably end up writing, let's say, a user story that contains 20% okay stuff and 80% bullshit, and the devs will just look at you and, why did you write this here? You know, I didn't write it, it was the AI.
And yeah, blame the AI.
Yeah.
Well, first he should do something. Okay. Good. Thank you, Laszlo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.